What's up, YouTube? It's your favorite math teacher, Mr. Stevener, coming at you with another video. Before we get started, super important announcement on Friday at 3 o'clock. We're going to do a live event, Tommy and I.
You are?
We are. We're going to be doing a live event. What? You look confused.
Well, yeah, why?
Well, we're doing a live event because we reached 100 subscribers. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to sit down. We're going to have some live. You get a chance to talk to Tommy, get some math help. We're also going to have some giveaways, where you get free stuff just for showing up. I think that's pretty cool, don't you? So perfect. So just a reminder, Friday, 3 o'clock, okay? And that's Friday, like, January 20, I don't know what January 20. What day is that?
Uh, January 22nd?
Is it? It is January 22nd. Okay? So we'll see you there. January 22nd, 3 o'clock, live video, giveaways. But otherwise, forget all that. Don't forget to subscribe and check it out. We're going to be talking today about, bam, inequalities. And here's the thing, okay? Inequalities are actually pretty easy if you know what to do, okay? But there is a curveball. Strike three. You don't want the curveball. So check it out. I'm going to show you today how to avoid that curveball. All right, so if you're tired of hearing me talk, skip farther in the video, listen to that curveball. But otherwise, if you need to know how to do inequalities, tune in, because here we go. All right, Tommy, do you want to come into this video?
Yeah, duh.
Okay, my bad.
Oh, whoa! Ouch!
You're all right.
Yeah, I think so.
You're fine. Get up. There.
Oh, hey, guys, I missed you. Hi.
I'm sure they missed you too, Tommy. It's been a while, huh?
Yeah, it's been crazy. We've been working really hard.
We have been. We've been doing a lot of stuff lately, haven't we?
Yeah. So what are we doing today?
Today we're doing inequalities, Tommy.
What are those?
It's a great question. Inequalities are just equations. By the way, if you need to know how to solve equations, go watch that video up there.
Which one? The ceiling? There's a video?
No, Tommy, stop. It's on the YouTube.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's the same idea. The difference is this right here is an equation. Notice equation is the word. It has the word almost equal sign, right? Kind of like equal.
Yeah, I see it.
Well, an inequality is a little bit different, okay? It's a word that means unequal, okay? In meaning not. So it's not quite equal. So there are different symbols that would go right here instead of an equal sign.
Oh, okay. Well, which ones?
Well, you're going to recognize some of these. You would often have either less than,
Oh, yeah.
you can have greater than.
That's it, isn't it?
No, there's actually some more. There's also less than or equal to.
Wait, what?
Yep. And there's also greater than or equal to. We'll talk more about what those mean, but these four symbols are now what we're dealing with equations.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, the good news is, again, it's not complicated. It's actually the same thing as solving equations. So I'm going to do a quick run through of this, guys, and I think you'll be able to handle it. But tune in because the tricky part will be coming later. Okay? So, oops.
You did an equation and we're doing inequalities.
I know, Tommy, I know. I'm very aware. So, we'll do less than. And do you know how to tell the difference between less than, greater than, all that?
No.
Well, so if you're reading it from left to right, like you would a book, right? When we read a book like a word, we start over here on the left and we go left to right, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, same idea here, okay? If you're reading from left to right and you see this point part, right? That's the part that means less than. That's the point that's pointing towards the part that's less, right?
Yeah.
So that means this is less than. If you read it the other direction and you read like this, right, left to right, notice the open part, which is the greater than, is there. That means that's the greater than symbol.
Ah, okay. Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's about reading, like left to right. Same idea,
Crazy.
I guess. All right, and then we're going to do that. All right, Tommy. So same thing. This is still the same thing about solving equations. It's the same idea. The difference is all you have to do is deal with this, okay? But there's not a lot of difference, and you're going to see that in a second. So what would I do first, Tommy?
you have to get x by itself. Yeah, so you get rid of the -3.
All right, I do the inverse operation by getting rid of the -3. Remember, I want to get this x term all by itself, right? I need all the x terms on one side. Right now, all the x terms aren't on one side, are they?
No, because you got the -3.
Right, so I want to get rid of it. So what I'm going to do to get rid of it, it means it's 0. So I'm going to add 3 to this. What is -3 plus 3, Tommy?
0.
Exactly, so that cancels. But what I do to one side?
You got to do to the other.
Exactly, so I'm going to add 3 over here. So I'm going to rewrite my inequality here. Okay, remember your goal, 9 plus 3 is 12, is to get the x term by itself, did I?
Yeah, it's all by itself.
And then the non-x terms, or the constants, are over on the right, correct?
Yeah.
But I'm not done, because I want to figure out what x is. That's your goal of an equation. Figure out, what is x? A single x all by itself. Is x by itself right now, Tommy?
No, there's 4 x's.
Exactly, and I want x all by itself. So how do I get rid of this 4 to get x by itself?
Can you subtract?
You can't subtract. That's a really, really good point, Tommy. You can't subtract because they're not like terms, right? I couldn't do take away 4 to get rid of it. It doesn't work that way. These aren't like terms. You can't do that. The only way you could get rid of this coefficient, or this 4, is by using division.
Division. So divide by itself?
Exactly. Always. You're always going to divide that coefficient by itself. So if the coefficient is 4, divide by 4. It's 5, 5, 6, 6. 1/2, 1/2.
Oh, okay, yep.
So I'm going to divide by 4. What I do to one side, I have to
Do to the other.
exactly. So I'm going to divide by 4. Now, here's what's tricky. So 4x divided by 4. What that basically means is I'm taking 4 and 4, and I'm just dividing them. Those are going to cancel, because what's 4 divided by 4?
1.
1, exactly. Notice it's 1x, but I'm not going to write 1x, Tommy.
That's silly.
Right, because if you walked in the room, I wouldn't say, hey, look, there's one Tommy.
Yeah, that'd be silly. You just say, hey, look, there's Tommy.
Exactly. Now, if 4 of you walked in the room, I'd say, hey, look, there's 4 Tommies.
That'd be creepy. If 4 of me walked in the room, that'd be super scary.
That would be a little bit scary if 4 of you walked in the room. I'd probably be freaked out. But the point is, you wouldn't put that 1. All right? So we're going to cross that out. And that becomes just x, or 1x, right? Is less than or equal to, what's 12 divided by 4?
3.
Good. So you just solved your first inequality, and all it is x is less than 3. Let me talk about what that means, okay? Because in the next video, not this one, we're going to graph these, okay? We'll show you what these look like on a number line. But x is less than 3. That means that this inequality, let me rewrite it here. This inequality, all the x's, see, that's what's different about inequality. Equations have one answer. And this is really important, guys. Tune in. This is kind of the tricky part. Equations have one answer. That's the only answer they can have. They can only have one. Inequalities can have infinite. Okay, they can have infinite amount of answers. All right, so in this case, all the numbers less than 3 make this true. Let me show you what I mean. So we're going to make this quick. So I got a 2 right here, right? So is 2 less than 3?
Yeah.
Okay, remember, x is just all numbers. It stands for an unknown. So this is basically saying every single number less than 3. Okay, so 2, 1, -1, 0, so on and so forth. We'll actually use 0 because that's less than 3, okay?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so that means if I take 0 and instead of x, I put a 0, so this becomes 4 times 0 minus 3 is less than 9. What's 4 times 0?
0.
Take away 3.
-3.
So is -3 less than 9?
Yeah.
Then that means that we just solved this inequality. We found all of the answers that satisfy this inequality. Okay, and I'll show you why we would use this in the video with graphing, but it's really about understanding what numbers work. And I can show you if I did something like 10, Tommy, because look, 10 is 10 less than 3?
Oh, no.
So if I did 10, so 4 times 10 is 40, minus 3, right? 40 minus 3 is what?
37.
Good, so 37. Is 37 less than 9?
No, it's not.
So that means obviously it didn't work, but we figured that out. We know that it couldn't have worked because x has to be less than 3. Would 3 work, Tommy?
Well, no, because 3 is not less than 3.
Good. Now this is where what happens if I had less than or equal to's like this?
Oh, then 3 would work.
Because why?
Because 3 is equal to 3.
You're absolutely right. And that's kind of what we're looking at. Okay? So now you ready for the curveball?
Oh, man, curveball.
You're fine. Curveball, here we go. So this time what's going to be a little bit different Let's see. Oh, I don't want to do an equal sign again. Your laughs crack me up. We'll do that, and then we'll do that. How does that sound?
Sounds good to me.
All right. So check it out. This is a little bit different. Can you tell what the difference is?
Not yet.
Can you guys tell what the difference is? If so, you got to figure out what's happening different. So notice I still have to get that x term by itself, guys. That's still my goal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take away -3, right? Because the opposite, the inverse operation.
Yeah, do it.
Okay. Let's take away -3 over here. So I've got -5x is greater than or equal to 15. You with me?
Yeah.
Okay, now what would you do?
Well, you gotta get rid of the -5. So you divide by -5.
Good. Divide by -5. Okay, Tommy. Now tune in. This is the most important part. So if you've been watching this whole time, this is the part that trips everybody up. Like 90% of people forget to do this. If you divide by a negative number, you are required to flip the sign. And here's what I mean. Notice I divided by -5.
Yeah.
So I still got x over here, right? -5 divided by -5 is x. And 15 divided by -5 is -3. But I have to flip the sign. And here's what I mean, Tommy. Right now it's greater than or equal to. I have to completely flip it like I'm looking at it in a mirror. And it has to be as less than or equal to.
Really? Every time?
Every time. So that's the thing. If you divide by a negative number, you have to flip the sign. Every single time.
Really?
Really.
That's it?
That's it.
Man, inequalities are kind of easy.
Inequalities are kind of easy. If you guys have any questions, feel free to throw them down in the comments. Don't forget, we have our live video on Friday at 3 o'clock, right, Tommy?
Yeah, be there so you can, talk and hang out and get free stuff.
Yeah, you're going to hand out some free stuff?
Yeah, money.
You're handing out money?
Well, kind of. Yeah, money.
Wow. You heard it from him. Handing out some money for 100 subscribers. Don't forget to subscribe. We appreciate all of you guys. We'll see you in live.